What up, y'all? DCFAYGOGUY 2023 is in the rearview mirror. 2024 straight ahead of us. The first week of the month, the first week of the year. Done. We're moving on, we're moving forward. Now, typically, I do like a pickups video for all the albums I bought in 2023. I didn't buy a lot. I stayed fucking true to me saying that I was going to slow down. And boy, did I slow down. I think I bought maybe 10 CDs total. Now, typically, I do the pickups video as kind of a way to just kind of keep an updated collection video, if you will. A lot of people wanted to always see like updated ones. Making a collection video is a lot of work. It's not that I'm opposed to doing it, but it's just a lot. And, you know, to do it maybe every year, every 2 years, I don't know. So I didn't end up doing a pickups video this year. I've decided not to. I set the CDs aside like I was going to, but ultimately was like, nah. Because right now, Megs is actually over on her channel doing collection videos. She's doing the work for me. So if you want to see what collection or what CDs are in our collection, you can head over to her channel. The link is in the description. Look up Megs Diamond. Spelled exactly like Legs Diamond, but with an M, because her name is Megan. Megs. All one word with a capital D. Again, link in the description. That's the easiest way to get there. But you can head over there. She's got collection videos going up like frequently. She's working on them. Again, they're a lot of work. They really, really are. So if you want to see what I got, there you go. But a great question was asked over in my Discord server. So shout out to... His username is the 2 Jules. It's like an old running gag. I don't even remember how it started. There's a guy in the Discord server, a homie, named the 1 Jules, and I can't remember the details of how this started, but there ended up with like 2 or 3 Jules at one point. I think it's because somebody mistook one person for Jules, and then they like realized it wasn't him, and that's kind of what the gag went. I don't even remember. But there's a section over in my Discord server called Questions, and the 2 Jules asked, what are our expectations for 2024? And I simply responded with, that, sir, is a damn good idea for a video. So here we are. I figured this would be a good video for the new year. We're kicking it off and just going through kind of what my expectations are. And I really don't have like quote unquote expectations, I guess. Like I'm not expecting a lot from any of the artists that I listen to. So this isn't really like a, they better do this or else kind of thing. This is just like a, what do I think is going to happen, or what would I like to see happen? So going into 2024, I'll kind of do it by like, I'll kind of split everything up because I'm listening to a lot of music right now. So we'll start it off with the motherfucking clowns, ICP, Psychopathic Records, which is just ICP. My kind of expectations or hope from them is at least a reveal of the name and maybe even an image of the 6th. I know there was an interview that came out recently saying that the 6th was coming out by Juggalo Day. There's no way it's happening. We don't even have a name. We don't have an image. Juggalo Day, Juggalo Weekend is like a month away. There's just no way are we getting the name. There's no way we're getting the image and a full album in this amount of time. I feel like that interview was completely chunked full of misinformation. So I don't foresee that happening. I would like to see a name and an image at least this year. I think it's on Violent J's mind. I think I think he's heading towards that direction. Obviously, we've talked about it a few times before, how Woe was just kind of slapped out there, I feel, and it was kind of like a way to just close the chapter, end that era, and move on from it. There's the reverse message in Obliteration, the 6th, Purgatory, but, that could have been a way of him shouting out Esham's album, the Purgatory. I don't know, but I feel like it's on his mind. So I at least would hope for a reveal of the name, the image, at least by Hollow Wicked. Typically, the trend in the second deck has been all the Joker cards been revealed at Hollow Wicked, so I don't really foresee it at the Gathering, but on the same hand, it makes sense because it is the 6th. The first 6th, the Wraith was revealed at the Gathering, so if it was revealed at the Gathering, it makes sense. But if it was revealed at Hallowicked, that makes sense too, because that's just how they've been doing it for the second set of Joker cards. So at least a reveal. Am I really expecting a lot of albums from them? Not really. And I kind of would hope that they go back to how it was for the first 6. They basically disappeared. They didn't go on tours. They weren't like making public appearances. They were just like holed away working on the 6th. And that's kind of what I would like to see happen this time again. That, of course, would mean for Shaggy to take a break from the Shaggy Show, which I don't really foresee that happening, maybe. But, yeah, I feel like that would be a great way for him to even just give, like, updates. Yeah, we worked on it today. We got one song done. Well, we worked on it today. We've got a concept. I think that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But my kind of hopes and expectations for ICP are to work on the 6th. To not put out anything else. I think put a hold on it. I feel like Violent J is really feeling reinvigorated by Three-Headed Monster. We've gotten 2 albums. We've gotten a vinyl. We've gotten, 2 tours. We've gotten the Monsters Ball, the Three-Headed Monsters Ball. I feel like he is loving that project, and it's cool. It's awesome to see him inspired, motivated by it. I kind of foresee there being a performance at Juggalo Weekend. Maybe not. But I would like to see him kind of put a pin in that grenade and direct that energy towards the 6th. But also, if he's not feeling it genuinely, gradually just going that direction, I also don't want it forced. I do not want the 6th to be forced. I want it authentic. So if we have to wait another year, I'm also cool with that too. So expectations, I foresee some more Three-Headed Monster for sure. But I would love to see them start on the 6th. But also, it's got to happen organically. But that's kind of what I'm expecting from the Clowns. We'll see what happens. Moving on to... I don't really expect a lot from Magic Ninja. I don't expect a lot from Twisted. Obviously, we're getting Chainsmoker 2 in February. If you have not seen it, Replicon Radio actually did like an interview with Jamie Madrox. And they did ask about him working on Fatso 2 or working on something. And he did reveal that November Brain Mix-Up, I think is the name of it, is going to be like a mixtape that he is working on. Presumptually coming out in November because of the name. I don't know. But he basically had talked about it's going to be, if you follow them on TikTok or even on Instagram, he's done these like open verse challenges. If you don't know what those are, look into them. But he's done quite a few, and I think that's kind of his direction. He's had fun with them, and I think, if I'm paraphrasing, so go check out that interview to know like the full-on details of it. But it sounds to me like he wants to either make complete songs or have other guest features. He's kind of taking like from what he's been doing on TikTok, and I think making a project out of it, which is cool. He's having fun with it. So as far as Magic Ninja, I'm not really expecting a whole lot. I am curious if they do their D4L project. They teased it. I mean, they didn't really tease it. They had the song. They had a single put out for it. Very, very, very reminiscent to Echo Side. I think it's on their minds, and I think they're planning something. It's going to cause a lot of controversy, but I'm on the side of like, at this point, it's kind of like, I'll never get the big family Thanksgiving dinner that I used to have. But like, if I can just have some green bean casserole from Aunt Sally here, if I can just get what she, the ingredients that she had, I don't know if that made sense. That's a terrible fucking comparison. And I always take it to food. I don't know why. I'm a fat kid. But I kind of wonder if that's something that they're not thinking about doing. So again, not a whole lot of expectations from M&E. They stay busy. They put projects out. I expect Ouija Mac will probably put out a couple albums, a couple projects. Obviously, he already has one getting ready to drop in a couple of weeks. I'm hearing people that aren't typically Ouija fans say that the 2 singles he's dropped are good. So that was a little surprised by me. I am going to check the album out. I go back and forth with Ouija. He's not really my cup of tea. Every so often he cooks up or he brews up the right cup. And I'm like, okay, I enjoy this. I like it. So I'm going to check out. I think this is one. I always, for whatever reason, my mind always goes to Coronella or Cornella. How do you say that word? I don't fucking know. I'm a dumbass. Corruptus. That's this one. I always get the two confused. I don't know why. It just happens. I do plan on checking it out though, just because I'm seeing people say they like it, and it seems to be that's how it goes with me. Like Ouija will drop one project that's like, oh, I enjoy this, so I check out the next one. I'm like, nah, I'm not really enjoying this one, and then a couple more, I'm not enjoying those either. So he's very hit and miss with me, but I will be checking it out just because I'm hearing some things about it from people that aren't fans of Ouija. So I expect Ouija to just keep doing what he's doing, hustling, grinding. Moving on to Low Key, the underground's best kept secret. Low Key, of course, is going to keep killing it. Low Key is killing it. If you disagree with me, that's on you. Low Key is fucking killing it. He is the underground's best kept secret. What do I expect from Low Key? Now, obviously, he has teased working on the 5th Oracle. I would like to see it drop in 2024, but also I don't expect it to drop on 2024. It's one of those projects. If you don't know, the Oracles are like his Joker cards, if you will. The 12 Oracles are based on, how do I say this? I want to make sure I say this correctly because I don't want to incorrectly say what it is. You know what I mean? There's a whole website you can go to that like talks about it. But the Oracles are entities that exist in a realm called Shadowland. So they're kind of like deities, if you will. And he's dropped 4 already, and he's working on the 5th. So I'm excited for that. Definitely expect that. I know he's been working on some new Neon Sermon. Neon Sermon obviously being my shit. I love the shit out of that project. A little bit biased because I got shouted out in the first project, but I was already loving it and bumping the shit out of it before Loki even reached out and be like, yo, did you not catch the shout out? No, I didn't. I just really bumped it and loved it and enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the concept of the aliens coming, and you know, it was just my shit. So I'm excited definitely for that. But one thing that I would hope to see and would love to see, because it's on my mind, I've been bumping a lot of it, is I feel like a return of Mission Infect would be epic. It's been, 7 years? It'll be 7 years at the end of this year since the last time Mission Infect put out any projects. They obviously just dropped a single on Halloween. It was the fucking shit, and it had me perked up like, oh, are we possibly going to get new Mission Infect? It would be awesome, but I don't fully expect it. But I would love to see it. I'm craving it, I guess I could say. So yeah, Low Key, I know he's going to keep killing it because he is fucking killing it. Underground's best kept secret. But yeah. Then moving on to Long Live Evil. Now, I've seen, and somebody had said this in my Discord server, that they see Ala Zulu officially like disbanding from M&E. There's kind of hints being tossed out there that I think their contract with M&E is up. My assumption is they have no plans of re-signing. Obviously, joining M&E was kind of a way for them to, have a platform to build Long Live Evil. Like, that was their goal all along, was to do Long Live Evil, to make that their thing. I don't even want to call Long Live Evil a label. It doesn't feel like a label. I feel like with Long Live Evil, the plan isn't to go out and just sign a bunch of artists. I don't think that's their plan at all. I think their plan was to get themselves to a point where they had a platform built and they were established as artists in the underground, and they've done that. And so then they brought in someone else and did the same with Super Famous Funtime Guys, which they go back. They all have history together. Same thing with S.O.N. They all have history together. To me, Long Live Evil doesn't feel like a label. It feels like a crew. It feels like these guys were all friends back in the day, when they were first getting into music. There's so much history intertwined between all of them, Loke included, because he was a huge part of that as well. I feel like Long Live Evil are going to fucking take over in 2024. Obviously, we have new Super Famous Funtime Guys dropping here soon. The Mikey Clark record that Zool's been working on for years sounds like it's ready to go. Gods of Evil Rise is the name of it. They've already dropped a couple of songs from it. They played it on Tuesday Night Terror. And when you listen to it, if you have not heard it, like, maybe I could try to find the ones that they were in, maybe not. But if you go back and just watch some of their Tuesday Night Terrors, they've played a couple of songs. One is called Horns Over Halos. The other one was, what was the other one called? I don't even remember. But they played, not officially released, they played 2 tracks from the record. And when you listen to it, like, straight up, like, listening to that beat, that's fucking Mikey Clark. It sounds like shit from Mighty Death Pop. The production seems like, you can tell, like, this is fucking Mikey Clark. So that album is going to hit. I think it's going to make waves. I feel like it's going to do one of 2 things, and I don't want to be the negative guy. I feel like it's going to make a lot of people say fuck Mikey Clark for working with them if they haven't already, which if you do, I think shame on you, because that's just dumb. But I feel like it's going to get a lot of people who haven't really been, like, paying attention to Long Live Evil and specifically A La Zululu. Like, if there was any people that were doubtful or skeptic about being fans of Zool, I feel like this record will make them turn and go, okay, we see you guys. If it may or may not make a fan out of them, but I think it's going to get people to turn their way and go, okay, shit, these guys, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that album is going to do that. I do. I really do. I hope it's not the first. I hope it's not people saying, like, fuck Mikey Clark. I hope there's not that wave of hate. But, I mean, you pretty much expect it. That's just the way the scene is right now. It's so divided. Which sucks. It is what it is, though. But that album is going to make fucking waves. And then I kind of foresee, I don't think they've really talked about when they're going to put it out. I feel like they'll either put it out right before Camp Zool 3 or right after Camp Zool 3. Which typically they do Camp Zool in June-ish. Like the first one was in November, but the second 2, if I remember correctly, Camp Zool 2 was in June. And then I know Camp Zool 3 was in the beginning of June. So I feel like they'll either release it right before to coincide with Camp Zool or immediately after. Maybe early July, early August. And then I know S.O.N. is working on a new project. And I was super unfamiliar with S.O.N. a few months ago. Obviously, I came into LLE through Funtime Guys and then expanded out to Zool. So finding S.O.N. and like listening to his music and listening to his album, he has my attention. He's somebody who I think is so directly inspired by Violent J, and I say J, not so much ICP, because I feel like I feel like he's telling a story in the same way that J used to do. I feel like he's got this creative mindset, and he can take these characters and he can tell a story about them. And again, I'm not really saying specifics because he's got a new album already. He's already got the new name of it, and they're kind of similar to the Oracles and similar to the Joker cards. They're entities, but I don't know enough about it to really talk about it, so I'm not going to, because I still got to do my own research. But if you haven't, go listen to Grant Us Eyes, and you can tell like he's got something in his head. Like he's got a plan for a story that he wants to tell. So he has my attention for sure. I feel like his newest album possibly will drop towards the end of 2024, maybe in the fall, if not early 2025. So I feel like 2024 is the year for LLE to make moves, you know. It's kind of like every label has really kind of had that, where they had a year where they just dominated. 2017 was kind of M&E's, where they had so many albums drop from that label. I feel like that's going to be LLE in 2024. And I feel like I say that because Lost Lake Estates made such a hit that it did. I truly feel like it kicked off their version of the family era. Like this, like we are in LLE's version of the family era. Like they're heading in that direction for themselves, like with their fandom. So LLE is gonna fucking just slaughter shit this year. I feel like that's my expectation anyway. And then outside of that, like I just think it's gonna be kind of business as usual. I feel like everybody's going to do their own thing. Obviously, Buckshot has teased a new double. Why did I say double? He has teased a new Double Dragon, so I feel like that's going to drop probably in the first like quarter of the year, but maybe not. Maybe in the first half of the year. And then I would really like to see Warlock finally come. That's been hyped up for a couple years now. Warlock is Shy 361. It's Kung Fu Vampire and it's Boondocks, and it's basically the counterpart to Cabal, and it's part of a bigger story that's coming. So I foresee that finally dropping in 2024. But yeah, outside of that, I'm expecting just about the usual from everybody. I'm expecting the Gathering to happen. Astros are obviously already been announced. As far as the Gathering goes, I would hope that it's going to be back at Legend Valley. I don't know yet if I'm going or not. Me and Megs have been talking about the possibility of taking a year off, and then going, kind of making it an every other year thing, just because as of right now, we are still paying off that. We paid for a lot of the stuff with our credit cards, and we're still paying that off now. So for us, it's kind of like we want to get that officially like paid off, and maybe even just go experience some other events that are happening, like the Float, Camp Zool, maybe Astronomicon. I'm not real big on pop cons, so I don't know how I feel about Astro. I'm still so torn on whether I want to go or not, just because the whole like meet celebrities thing is not really my thing. It just isn't. So I don't know about that one. But yeah, we've been talking about just going out and experiencing some new stuff, because we've been to several gatherings, we've been to several Hollow Wickeds, so we're kind of in this mindset of like, let's switch it up and let's hit different events. Let's hit Camp Zool. Let's go to the Float. Let's do that kind of stuff. Let's do something a little bit different, and then maybe next year revisit all that. But yeah, 2024 I think is going to be a really big fucking year for the underground, Juggalos, Zooligans. This is the time to be in the fucking underground scene of the horrorcore, wicked shit, Juggalo community. Wish everything was a little more unified, but it is what it is. I think everyone's going to deliver something for their own little like tribe, and it's going to be dope. So yeah, tell me down below, what are your guys' expectations for 2024? What are some things that you are excited for? And I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.